Dear ADC family and friends, today, the Federal High Court sitting in Maitama delivered a decisive judgment nullifying the so-called congresses and convention conducted by the group led by David Mark. In what can only be described as a strong rebuke, Justice Joyce Abdul Malik ruled that despite lacking the legal standing locus, the group went ahead to conduct what she termed Kangaroo congresses and convention, all of which have now been set aside. The court further clarified that, given the leadership vacuum within the ADC, the state chairmen, who constitute the National Executive Committee, NEC, are the legitimate authority to organize congresses and a national convention at all levels. INEC has also been directed to recognize them accordingly. I have consistently maintained that the African Democratic Congress is not for sale, and that those attempting to hijack the party would be shown the exit through the same door they entered. Today's judgment has reaffirmed that position. It is now evident that those who sought to undermine our party have failed. We understand they may be seeking other platforms to destabilize, and we wish them well on their journey. To our loyal members and supporters, remain vigilant. The struggle continues, and victory is assured. The ADC will be on the ballot next year, and for every Nigerian committed to rescuing our nation, the ADC remains a credible and ready platform. We shall overcome. Thank you, and God bless.
The name of everybody I go to court. I am wonderful. Questions, colleagues? Okay. Some.
Neck of the party. Sorry. Okay, same question. Okay.
Good day, sir.
Good day. Dear ADC family and friends, today, a federal high court in Maitama, Abuja, nullified the Kangaroo congresses and convention conducted by the David Mark-led group. In her judgment, which could be classified as a stinging rebuke, Justice Joyce Abdul Malik held that even though this group didn't have any locus, they proceeded to conduct, in her own words, Kangaroo congresses and convention, which she proceeded to nullify. She also held that with the lacuna within the leadership of the ADC, the state chairmen of the party, who make up the neck of the party, are the rightful body to conduct a national convention and congresses at the different levels, and that INEC should recognize them as such. I had long warned that the African Democratic Congress is not for sale, and that these political buccaneers will be shown the way out through the same back door they came in from. With this judgment, it has become clear that these desperados who attempted to hijack our party have failed woefully. We are aware that they are shopping for other parties to destroy, and wish them bon voyage. To our party faithful, I urge you to remain vigilant. The battle is not over till it's over. The ADC will be next year's ballot, and any Nigerian who genuinely desires to salvage Nigeria should see the ADC as a ready home. We shall overcome. Thank you, and God bless.
ADC, arise. ADC, arise. ADC,
Arise and shine, Nigeria.
Questions, colleagues? Okay. Someone.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, party chairman. My name is Sunday Abuchabi. I write for this daily newspaper. Now that the court has modified the congresses of the David Mark-led executive, what is the way forward now for the ADC being led by it? Follow up.
I believe that the neck of the party. Sorry. Okay, follow up with the same question. Okay.
Okay. Good day, sir.
Good day.
You ended by saying ADC is a ready home. I want you to solve fascists.
Okay. The neck of the party led by Kingsley Oga, I believe, will tomorrow communicate this judgment to INEC and communicate the proposed dates and venue for the convention of the party. The media will be made aware immediately that is done. To your question as to the ADC being a ready home for anybody who is desirous of salvaging Nigeria, we have long held the notion and belief that ADC as an opposition party welcomes anybody who is genuinely desirous of meaningful change and impact in Nigeria. We don't believe the type of politics being practiced now is good for our democracy. The politics we are practicing right now is a politics that can only destroy our nation. It's a politics of personalities, it's a politics of pull him down. It's a politics that does not proffer solutions to our myriad problems. It's a politics that has mainly geriatrics who have no real good intention for our nation, who believe that the only way you should participate in politics is that you must have held public office before. So we believe that ADC is a home for any Nigerian who wants to take Nigeria in a different direction. Next question, please.
Okay, Mr. Chair.
Sir, please want to ask.
Introduce yourself, please.
The trend of events.
Introduce yourself,
Okay,
please.
my name is Amadou Kuli of the New Central Television. So with the trend of events, are you sure that your party will be able to field candidates come 2027 elections?
I am absolutely sure that we will be able to field candidates in the next election.
Okay, last one.
That's it.
John Akubo is the name. Guardian. There is another case in court. The one David Mark and the group took to court, which they are waiting for Supreme Court to decide on. Peradventure, that one goes their way. What happens to it?
The prayer before the court is very, very clear. There's a case before a lower court, and the lower court has said maintain status quo ante bellum, right? And they have gone to court to challenge that. But the case has not been heard. Is there any reason why they are running from the case being heard? So I believe that what makes common sense is for the Supreme Court to still refer them back to the lower court. And I'm sure that is what we will see. If you speak to any lawyer, everyone knows what they are expecting from that judgment. Whenever that judgment is going to be given, everyone knows what to expect. Nobody expects the judgment to go otherwise. Everyone knows that these people are just forum shopping and just pandering to public sentiments. If you have a case, just like what happened in our case, they did everything possible to keep on prolonging the so-called evil day, but judgment finally came. And that's what's happening. All the cases that the ADC is in court, all you see them is trying to use different legal tactics and maneuvering just to avoid judgment. But judgment will definitely come because the grounds are very, very clear.
Okay, Francis from Punch Newspaper. So there's a push currently among the opposition parties to field a single presidential candidate in 2027. I don't know what's your position about this and whether you also support the idea for zoning, if that actually happens.
Okay, I believe Sore best answered that question. It's not about coalition. It's coalition when it's about a coalition, about presenting a single candidate. We have to now ask, who are they? What do they stand for? Where are they coming from? What is their agenda for Nigeria? For the last 3 years, as a party, we have watched what has happened in Nigeria, and we had hoped that these men who say they want to rescue Nigeria, anytime they speak, they will speak to solutions to our problems. In my last press conference, I led to the fact that Nigerians are being killed daily in northern Nigeria, almost on a daily basis. And the so-called leaders from northern Nigeria, some of them whose kit and kin have been fingered to be part of the killing, have not one day said, let's call our people together. What is going on? Imagine someone in the mold of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar saying that Fulani people from outside this country or from within the country are killing and maiming people. And he said that as a Fulani nation, let's address this issue. What is going on? We can't be accused of such. Not once. Not once. In the last 3 years, in the last 5 years, in the last 10 years, not once. Southeast Nigeria will have the same issue in Southeast Nigeria. The economy there has been bastardized. And we have a Peter Obi parading himself as a saint, as the savior of Nigeria. But the South is where he comes from. He's not been able to bring the people together to say, how can we solve our problems as a people? We're all Igbo-speaking people. How can we solve our problems there? So you can't solve your problem in the region, but you believe that the myriad problems in Nigeria, that you are best suited to solve that problem. I'm saying to Nigerians that the only way we can truly rescue Nigeria is to look in a completely different direction from these old men. They destroyed our country. They have nothing to offer to our country. And the day we realize that we must get rid of these people from our politics, that's the day we start becoming free and start progressing as a people. It's a shame. Anytime I travel, people wonder why our youths keep on looking to 70, 80, 60-something-year-old men when other nations have youth leading them in every sphere of society, in every segment of society. But here we have our youths championing the cause of old men because in their upbringing, in our social classes and climbing, they've been made to feel worthless, that they have nothing to offer. They were brought up in a very abnormal situation. And because of that, they continue to pander to the same people who destroyed our country, that these people are the people who are likely to save Nigeria. But this judgment is at the behest of the state chairmen who are here represented. I think you guys should direct some questions to them. I think because this is their judgment. They are the real victors today.
I wanted to ask the leader of the state chairman, what's your take on this judgment?
My name is Honorable Kingsley Temitope, Chairman of Kogi, and Chairman of Chairman. It is a plus to us because what we are fighting for have eventually got it. We are fighting for the party. We don't want this party to die because we have struggled so much. We have labored so much. We have spent time that cannot be quantified at all for this party. For just some few people, because of their selfish interest, to come to the party and wanted to destroy this party. That is what we will not accept. And that is the basis of our fighting. We want this party to still remain. We don't want to lose this party. If we cannot get a candidate, if you cannot feature candidate in the next election, and INEC have already said it that if you cannot win election, the party will be disregistered. Then how did you want the party to survive? So that is why we came together just to make sure that we rescue this party from these powerful people. And God have done it because our God is a God of justice. So that is.
Any other question, please?